guys, thanks for checking out part 3. I really appreciate you spending some time with me. Currently I'm 3 over 3 6 holes and I'm really enjoying this course, Maroochy River Golf Club up at the Sunshine Coast. Yeah, so let's get into hole 7. We'll get a little quick drone flyover for you. Let's go.
And we built it all, but they claim that they own what they find. They pretend like they're the only ones out there. They want you to give in.
So guys, wind into me here, as you can kind of see my shirt blowing a little bit, not too badly, but one of the most nicest holes on the course, as you can just from the drone flyover. And the funny thing about it, it was actually right at the back of the course, so there's nowhere near the road, so you don't even get to see it. Now these bunkers here, believe it or not, in between the two bunker sets there's probably about 50 meters of space. From the tee block, we both thought I'm in the bunker. We get up there and Christy and I are amazed that there's that much space in between the two. So I've taken it the hybrid and I'm just laying up here. I've taken my medicine on previous holes. I'm just trying to keep the ball in play. The wind's blowing left and right, it's swirling like crazy, so I figured if I just take a club with a lower ball flight, try and keep it as low as I can and roll on the fairway, I'll be happy. But I cannot fault the bunkers here, and the way that they're looked after, unbelievable. So 60-degree wedge, I think from memory about 77 metres or something like that, 67, 77. I've headed up there, I've hit about 100 metre distance because it's into me there, as you can see, but honestly the flag wasn't even blowing, which I find amazing. That's how much it was swirling. So I'm left with this kind of birdie putt, and obviously I've gone probably about 10 metres too far, so obviously the wind probably wasn't as bad as what I thought. But yeah, not too bad, and I've got that left for a little tester to putt back in. But it's an amazing little course. I can't fault this. I mean, it's not little 18 holes, but one thing you'll find, it's so flat, this course, that when there's weather coming in, they have this siren that goes off and a light. And in any other golf course, I don't think you can see the clubhouse from within, I don't know, 2 or 3 holes. In this golf course, no matter where you are, you see the clubhouse. So you're going to hear the siren and see the light to let you know to come in if there's some storms. And it is a bit of an alleyway up the coast there, where they do get a lot of storms. I know from memory when I look at the radar, when we're getting storms, I always see this area that gets punished by a lot of thunderstorms and activity and stuff like that. But a fantastic little hole, nice little par, I'm happy with that. Now this would be one of the hardest par 3s I reckon I've played in a long time. Not necessarily because of the distance, just because it's so well protected and there's so much on your mind there. And even though it's a par 3 and you're expected to be there within 1 and 2 putts to putt for par, it's a narrow, long green with bunkers on the left, bunkers on the right. This water really shouldn't be in play, but there's so much going on in this. So let's have a look at the drone flyover. I mean, as you can see, it's not really that hard of a hole, but it's that kind of awkward distance, so it's not a nice easy wedge onto a par 3. It's a relatively long iron. I think from memory I took a 5 or a 4 iron because it was into wind, and sometimes it's hard to really see the wind here because there's no trees. It's just, you just look at the weeds on the right and the left there. They're constantly bent over. So what I was doing there was just working on the one-handed swing. I actually got a lesson, that's another video coming out soon, where I finish off my swing too early. By swinging left-handed, I really extend my arm out there, which forces myself to then start swinging through the ball rather than pulling up. I've learned, you know, honestly, it was I pulled out. It was my fault. I should have just gone for it. But here I am taking a wedge. I had to. I couldn't putt this. Not too bad. A little bit of check, but it just kind of rolled out, and you can see the wind's there, so the wind's kind of pushing it along too. But I've got kind of that left for par. And to be honest, from memory, I think I actually had quite a decent little putt here. I gave it a good go, but the greens so far, I'm surprised that in most courses you'll find some greens are pretty average, you know, 50-50, but the putting so far is pretty good. It's putting true. There's nothing to really worry about. But that was a bogey little gimme there, tap in. So currently 4 over through 8, and of course never played before, so I'm not too unhappy. On to the 9th now. This hole here I was really worried about. Let's have a look at the drone footage, because when I saw this from the range, it looked difficult. So yeah, it's pretty much deadly left, and then you got weeds in the out of bounds range on the right. So honestly, for a hole that with wind going on here, I would have rated this index 1 for the day, without a doubt. But the wind's blowing left to right, so I've kind of tried to play a cut here, and it's actually gone pretty well. But then, as you'll see here, I'm not too sure if Christine will actually pick it up here. But the kick I've gotten, there it is there. I've rolled out, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, but luckily enough, I get up there and about about a metre from the water. It wasn't too bad, as you can see right here. So I'm in the hazard though, but it's amazing how the wind can change mid-stroke, mid-swing, stuff like that. So I'm left with, I think from memory, this was a 7-iron that I've tried to keep under the wind, and I've hit it to the back right of the green. So it wasn't a bad shot. I don't think Christine actually got it. I think she thought it was actually going to be a little bit more left, but the wind got it and just dragged it over. Kind of like where the right bunker is there, it might pop up near the. There it is, right there. So it wasn't a bad shot, but I'm left with this for a birdie putt. And actually, this could be one of the putts of the day. I've actually didn't get it on camera here, but I did the triangle which I'm working on, so I realised how far the putt is. I've got to work out, but that was, I think, from memory, a 27-metre putt, so it was quite a long putt. It looks a little bit shorter there, but just the way the angle is. But I've got the good speed, good distance, and honestly, I actually thought for a second I had this, and then boom, right there. So par, sorry, my bad. 4 over 9 holes. Here's just a little highlight package here, but for a course that I've never played before, I've realised now if I take less of a club and just try and keep in play rather than just keep going for things, I keep bogey in play and I take away, I don't bring in double or triple bogey into play. So if the worst case scenario I get is a bogey, then I'm happy with that. That's why you're given a handicap, I suppose, to play to it. But yeah, part 4 is really interesting. The back 9 of the course is kind of a little bit different. I'll explain why when we get there. But I really liked it. It was a little bit more open, so the wind was a little bit more in play, believe it or not. And while I was out there, the Pennants team was actually having a practice session, so we might get a bit of footage of them. And there was a group of 7 playing, hitting some amazing shots. So yeah, I appreciate guys watching this. If you're still watching, and comment below. I really love reading your comments. Give it a like and let me know what you think of the course so far. But there's Mount Coolum right there on the left. That's Clive Palmer's little resort there. Thanks, guys.